The first thing was water. We must have drinking water. So it was important for us to use every drop of water that came down from the sky. I decided that we need to clean up all the rivers. There could have been no Marina Bay because there was no bay. There was what they call a mole opposite Clifford Pier. So later on, we expanded the mole and we reclaimed land into the sea and inwards. Then we closed up the bay to what it is. But the bay would not have been much value if the water was polluted. To do that, we had to sewer up the whole island. In other words, no sluggish water, no kitchen water, no dirty water will go into any river. First, the engineering network that has to be done, blocking up all the leakages and so on. Secondly, the resettlement of the shipyards, the polluting industries at Kallang Basin. Once we clean up that river and we clean up Kallang Basin and we clean up the water, then it becomes a beautiful riverside home for residential buildings for the National Stadium. It's now one of the most desirable residential sites in Singapore. All we had was this island and its location. So we built up the infrastructure and we decided to make this a first world oasis in a third world region. We aimed for first world standards of infrastructure, maintenance, and human behavior. Intensive use and imaginative use of space. So the first thing we did was to preserve as much greenery and open spaces as possible. Then we kept the seaside open for public use, like East Coast Park. Then we have these various parks that we have preserved, and in between these parks we have built connectors, lanes, which will connect all the parks together, and there'll be a few hundred kilometers of it to go around the whole island. So you can take a bicycle, or you can walk, and you're covered by greenery and birds, butterflies, dragonflies. We try and recreate nature in this park connectors, and it's succeeding. Once we have clean and green Singapore, if you want to do business in Southeast Asia, you want to be safe, for yourself, safe physically, security, safe for health reasons, education for your family, connection with the outside world, then you choose Singapore. You can change the environment, the physical environment, easily because engineers, architects can do the job. But to get the people to behave like first world citizens when they've just come out of a atap hut or a zinc squatter hut with no running toilet, with a hole in the ground, and suddenly they go into a high-rise, they bring their chickens and ducks with them in the high-rise, and they urinate in the lifts. So that took a long time to get them to understand that this is not what a first world citizen would do in a first world city. So first we put in cameras, then you put in urinal traps, so the moment you pee, the lift stops. Gradually. You have to do this because then they know that there is punishment. And gradually, so years go by, they learn, and the younger generation going to our schools come out better behaved because they are taught in schools how to behave like first world students. So it is multi-use of the same space, giving a sense of spaciousness, giving a sense of no claustrophobia. So there are many things which we can do using our resources, our imagination, and engineering. Once the river was cleaned up and we had reclaimed the mold, then the concept of the marina was possible. And that marina bay gives us 30 million gallons per day. The water engineers told me, no, you cannot use the water, it's too polluted because it goes through the city area, even without the sewers, because all kinds of toxins will get in. I said, never mind, let us proceed on the basis that one day we can. And one day we found membrane technology that can remove the viruses and remove the toxins. So it's being desalinated now, the barrage is up. You will have another 30 million gallons of water of our own resources. And a clean river and a clean marina. And so we've got a nice, very attractive barrage, windy, elegant. Now you can pass by Singapore River, there is no smell, and people are sitting by Clarke Quay, Boat Quay, al fresco dining, drinking, whatever. And the whole of the marina will have a pathway right across, I think 5 or 6 kilometers, for people to walk or to take an electric cart and go around. It will become a unique city heart. No other city will have a marina in the center except Venice.